So we are here for the chest x-ray, sporting my lovely hospital gown. See you later. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Always have to wait in the waiting room. Fun times. Well, that was faster than I expected. Just 2 pictures. In and out. Ready to go to the respirologist now. Well, found the respirology department and waiting somewhere in the waiting room. I'm a little bit early. So what better time than to do Sudoku? It's a perfect way to pass the time while waiting. Hey everyone. So I made it through the appointment with the respirologist. Very nice doctor. Very thorough. I love Sunnybrook Hospital. All the doctors there are really great. So what he said was, the good news is that I don't have the severe problems that can arise from lupus to do with the lungs. One of them being that the lupus is attacking my lungs. That's not happening. The other one, he probably had a term for it, but I can't remember. But basically what it was affecting, lupus can affect the blood vessels in the lungs, and that's not happening with me, so that's good. And he did say that I have been having the pleurisy, which I kind of figured was the sharp chest pains, but he said that's quite common with lupus, and it's really not anything to worry about. So that leaves us with what is it that I do have. He thinks it could possibly just be that the lupus has weakened my diaphragm muscles, and that in and of itself, if the diaphragm isn't strong enough to work properly, then that would cause me to be short of breath sometimes, because the diaphragm isn't helping me to breathe properly. So he just said that he needs to do some further pulmonary function tests, because the ones that I had were basic ones. He needs to do ones that are going to look at how my diaphragm's working. And he also said they'll be doing ones with me laying flat, because he was wondering if when I lay flat, do I have trouble breathing? And I said, well, no, I don't think so. But then I realized that ever since I had that bad bout of heartburn in 2003, I've been sleeping with 2 pillows, so I'm not laying flat at night, I'm propped up. So he said that part of the breathing test will have me laying flat. And then he's doing another walk test, a 6-minute walk test. And I'm happy about that, because I haven't had that since 2003 either. And in 2003, when they did that, they noticed my oxygen levels were dropping when I walked. So when I told him about that, he wants me to call that doctor that did those tests back then and have those test results forwarded to him. And the only problem is that they're not doing these tests until November for some reason. But he just said that basically, if it is the fact that my diaphragm is weak, that the way they would treat it would be to either increase my immunosuppressants, or do some sort of a rehab treatment where they would basically do like a physical therapy to help me strengthen the diaphragm. And then the last option would be to basically I would have I think it's called a CPAP, I think, one of those things that you sleep with at night, a breathing thing at night. I'm hoping I won't have to have that. But he was just saying that sometimes you'll find that you'll sleep better with that, because I mean, I don't feel that I have trouble breathing at night, but maybe I do and I don't realize it. But he just said that you might find you'd sleep better with it, and that I would end up having more energy during the day, which I guess in a way that would be nice if it did work. Um, so, because I know I wake up a lot during the night and I don't know why. Um, Maybe it does have something to do with my breathing. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. And so that's pretty much all he said. I mean, the chest x-rays were normal. My lungs looked fine. And the CT scan was normal. The only thing that he did find on it that he said was nothing to worry about was that sometimes when I take a deep breath in, the lower part of my lung kind of folds up. And there's a term for that that starts with an A, and I can't remember what it was because it's a big, long word. But he said that he's not concerned about that. The other thing that he mentioned was when he was going over whatever my rheumatologist sent to him, he mentioned that I had tested positive for the anti-philipolid antibody syndrome, and I still don't know if I'm saying that right, but I had been wondering if I tested positive a second time, and he said that I did. So I'm going to talk to my rheumatologist more about that, because my understanding is that if I have that there's risk of blood clots, or strokes or things like that, miscarriages, that kind of stuff. So, I want to know more about that, and, what has to be done with that, if anything. And that was pretty much it. He thinks that my lungs look normal, and I told him that when I get the shortness of breath, I often feel like there's not enough room in my lungs to get enough air in there. And he said basically that's like a restricted feeling, and I said yes. And again, he said that can be caused by the weakened diaphragm. So that's what happened. And now I have to excuse me. This cold is really getting annoying. So I just have to wait till November to get these tests done and see him again to find out what's going on with that, which kind of sucks to wait that long, but whatever. That's the way it goes. So next week is the ENT, and my grandmother recently saw an ENT herself and kind of gave me the forewarning, which I kind of had a feeling would happen anyways, that probably I'm going to get the wonderful tube with the little camera on it down my nose and down my throat. Not looking forward to that, even though my grandma told me that it didn't hurt at all. She was surprised. She said she didn't even feel it. I'll believe it when I see it myself. I'm such a chicken when it comes to stuff like that, but I'm not really liking the idea of having something shoved down my nose and throat, but hoping that it doesn't hurt and that I can deal with it, because I do want to get to the bottom of the hoarseness. And now, I mean, this might be perfect because I'm experiencing what I always experience every time I get a cold, with the congestion and the plugging of the ears and stuff like that. So if this is still going on next week, it might be perfect timing for him to really get a good picture of things. So yeah, so that was my day. It's now 8:30 at night. I'm really tired. I'm here till about 10, but the little one's sleeping already. He didn't have a nap today, so he was really tired, so I managed to get him to bed early, thank God, and I think he's out like a light already. So I'm just gonna rest and take it easy and wait for Alex to come and pick me up when Kyle's mom gets home. And I can feel my face kind of burning a bit. I think I'm red again tonight. It's been a long day. Anyways, that's all for now. See you in the next video. Sorry for the crappy angles and shakiness. I'm doing all of this on my digital camera today. It's more portable. Anyways, I'll do some more videos soon. Good night.